All right, let's dive right into one of the most mind-bending ideas out there right now, Web3 agents. We're talking about the concept of a crypto wallet that can actually, well, that it can actually think.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What if your wallet wasn't just this passive box where you keep your digital stuff? What if it had a mind of its own? Something that could make decisions and take action all by itself to get something done for you. It sounds like sci-fi for sure, but this is the very real idea we're going to unpack today. So what is a Web3 agent really? Let's break it down. At its core, it's a program that runs on its own. That's the autonomous part. And crucially, it has its own wallet, which gives it real economic power. It works in this constant loop. It senses what's going on, it reasons about what it should do next, and then it acts, by actually spending crypto. This simple loop is what gives a wallet the power to think. Now, to really get why this is such a massive leap, we have to look at what came before. We need to talk about the tech that's been the bedrock of Web3 until now, smart contracts. The best way to think about a regular old smart contract is to picture a vending machine. Seriously, it's completely passive. It just sits there, waiting for someone to come along and push its buttons. It follows a super strict set of rules, right? You put in a coin, you press B4, a bag of chips comes out. It can't improvise, it can't offer you a better snack, it just waits for your exact instructions. But what if you wanted something more? Something that didn't just wait for you, but actually went out and did things for you. Well, that's where agents come in. This is where we go from a vending machine to, say, a personal shopper. So you see the difference? If the smart contract is that passive vending machine, the Web3 agent is your active, on-the-job personal shopper. You don't give it a strict command like, put exactly 100 coins into Protocol X. No, you give it a goal. You say, hey, take these 100 coins and find me the best and safest return you can, anywhere on the market. See? It's active, it's goal-oriented, and it acts autonomously to figure out the best way to make that happen. Okay, so how does this personal shopper actually figure stuff out? How does it make its decisions? Well, it all comes back to that simple loop we talked about a minute ago. The whole thing really just boils down to these 3 steps. First, the agent senses its environment. It's constantly gathering data, maybe scanning dozens of different DeFi protocols, looking at their interest rates, their risk scores, just like a shopper checking out a bunch of different stores. Next, it reasons. It crunches all that data and comes up with a plan based on your goal, best and safest yield. And finally, it acts. It uses its very own wallet to make the moves, shifting your funds to the place it decided was optimal. Sense, reason, act. That's the little engine that drives the whole thing. Now, giving a piece of software its own bank account and letting it act on its own, well, that's obviously an incredibly powerful idea. But that kind of power is a real double-edged sword. It opens up these amazing opportunities, but it also comes with some pretty serious risks. The promise here is, well, it's nothing short of superhuman automation. Just imagine it. Financial markets that operate at the speed of light, making complex trades way faster than any human ever could. Or think about entire companies run by AI, managing their own money and operations. We could even build security agents that never sleep, constantly auditing code and finding bugs better than any team of people. But, and this is a big but, here's the peril. On a blockchain, most actions are final. They're irreversible. So what happens if that agent gets tricked by bad data? Or what if there's a tiny logical flaw in its programming and it sends all its money to the wrong address? Gone forever. Or what if it finds a great opportunity, but a faster bot sees it and snatches it away? A thinking wallet is powerful, yeah, but one little mistake can be absolutely catastrophic. This brings us to what is probably the single biggest challenge in this entire field. It's this fascinating problem that totally flips the script on what developers are trying to achieve. And here it is, the really crucial takeaway. We already know how to build programs that can act on their own. The real puzzle, the truly hard part, isn't about setting them free. It's about building the right constraints, the right guardrails. It's about building a leash to make sure all that power stays safe and predictable. And that's the question I really want to leave you with today. As these agents get smarter and more powerful, how do we build the systems that guide them? How in the world do you build a leash for a digital mind that is just now learning how to run? That's the central question that's going to define the entire future of this technology. Thanks so much for joining me.